It was a quiet morning when I stepped outside my new home, taking in the soft light and the peaceful air that comes with starting fresh. I had only lived in the neighborhood a short while, and everything still felt new: the trees, the road, even the rhythm of the day. I wasn't expecting anyone, so when a group of HOA board members walked up my driveway with clipboards and determined expressions, it took me by surprise. Their leader greeted me with a practiced voice. She began listing rules I had never heard before, dues I had never owed, maintenance standards I had never agreed to, and parking restrictions that apparently applied to me. I let her finish, then answered simply and honestly, "I'm not in your HOA." For a moment everything went still. They stared at me as if they were waiting for a punchline. Instead, I stood there quietly, holding my morning coffee, wondering why this felt more serious than it should have. The silence didn't last long. The board members began talking among themselves, confused and offended, insisting every home in the area belonged to them. Their leader stepped forward again and declared they would go through the proper channels. Minutes later, they were calling the police, reporting that a resident was refusing to cooperate. I stayed calm, watching with a mix of confusion and disbelief as they escalated what should have been a simple conversation. When the officers arrived, they approached with understanding. I explained gently that I had purchased the property without any HOA involvement, that my deed had no mention of them, and that I had never signed any agreement. The board members argued back, convinced that their authority extended over every home in the neighborhood. The officer asked if I had documents to clarify the situation. I nodded and went inside to retrieve them. When I returned, I carried the folder I had used on closing day. Inside were the purchase papers, the deed, and the updated land records. The officer took his time reviewing them, making sure everything was in order. The HOA members watched closely, expecting the papers to prove them right. Instead, the officer looked up with a calm expression and confirmed exactly what I had said. My property was not part of their HOA. But what no one there knew, not the officers, and certainly not the HOA board, was that those same land records also showed something else. Not only was my home outside their authority, the land beneath the entire HOA had been transferred to a new owner. That owner was me. I didn't say it right away. I let the moment settle, the tension ease, and the truth become clear. Then, with the same quiet tone I had used from the beginning, I finally shared what they had never expected to hear.